A good start from Morbidelli from pole. Rossi did not get away well. Here comes Miller on the Ducati, but what a turn one. He will, ahead of Miller and Quartararo.
Morbidelli absolutely smashed it off the line. Then he's taken out Dovizioso. Dovizioso's gone down as well. Unbelievable.
Furious with Johann Zarco. Look at the start from Joan Mir. He's up into fifth already as well.
As Zarco got that from at the second corner.
Here comes Rossi up the inside of Jack Miller. Miller left.
Undaunted to unimpressed with Johann Zarco. There's going to be...
It will change. Down in then. Ooh, Jack Miller. Almost T-bone Valentino Rossi into 10.
But Johann Zarco will try and get a replay of that, but another monumental switch championship battle, and the three Yamahas have got exactly where they want to be. We're at the front of this ground.
Keys, Matt. What a start. Pol Espargaro goes through and Alex Rins. He made up so many places on the order.
But Vinales, 15th. Absolute disaster for him on lap one.
Rossi's closing a bit to 10th place.
So Franco, national start off the line, he could not have made that any better. Petrucci up the...
Just didn't get off the line very well. It's simple as that.
Oh, it's Petrucci. Petrucci lost control of his Ducati.
And it made us then just behind him. And then it's Aleix Espargaro.
Yeah, Andrea Dovizioso, why Dovizioso was blaming Zarco, and that's why I kind of pointed the finger of blame.
It's the Dr. Valentino Rossi chasing down what will be his teammate in 21.
Morbidelli did not crack under the pressure.
Maverick would be a disaster for him. Of course, he was 1 point down in the championship. So far, so ahead of Joan Mir. Mir will be more than happy with that in the first couple of laps. He's made up to
Zarco, just reacting to the mistake by Danilo, and then Dovizioso taken out. Nothing that Dovizioso could...
Able to run their lines, the virtual fan wall. Well, you'll be able to see from who's cheering as to whether pointed. It's Morbidelli then that leads from Rossi, of course. Rossi had it.
Morbidelli would be in this championship chase right now had it not been for that mechanics. DNFs this year have not been his fault.
Dovi straight up to the garage. Fabio Quartararo, not seen him fire up for a while, but he's closing now.
It was 6, so it was obviously a sensational start by Andrea Dovizioso, and that's what put to Johann Zarco, because we called it, or I called it, having seen Andrea Dovizioso,
but it didn't look like there was anything really he could do
about
that situation. It's Jack Miller doing well to hang on in there at the moment. Still Mir in 5th. Pol Espargaro on the KTM is in now off the line. Not a particularly great start. Bogged it there.
Hello, Petrucci will not know all the chaos and carnage that unfolded behind him after he had that twitch.
On the Pramac Ducati at 40.2, only a couple of tenths off Jorge Lorenzo on the tail of Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, Mir at the moment has not...
Morbidelli out front, 0.3 of a second.
Well, who's keeping Alex Rins at arm's length.
Yeah, no problem with lap times at this stage, Matt. Here comes Quartararo, he's in the slipstream, and he goes through into second place. Will he get the Yamaha stop? Their boat's going to go a bit deep here.
His rivals down the years here in Barcelona. The doctor gets a taste of his own medicine.
In his sights, his teammate Franco Morbidelli. They've not raced in close quarters too.
Here's the move, the slipstream, the clear air. Full advantage taken by Fabio Quartararo.
He'll want all 3 of his men on the podium here today. Still,
Quartararo find it to get through on using the engine and the acceleration to come off the corners and keep Quartararo at bay for such a long time.
Quartararo fastest lap, slightly quicker than Valentino Rossi in 4th.
The rhythm has it to try and make any progress into Joan Mir at all. The gap between will be taking over at the summit of the World Championship.
Breaking hard into turn 10. Number 21, Franco Morbidelli, on to a 1 second, but I think Mir is saving something back. If Mir doesn't play a big part in the latter stages of this, but Quartararo, is he thinking about the move into turn 1? Not this time.
Yeah, half a second slower than Quartararo. That last lap was Mir. As soon as he dispensed with Pol Espargaro and that clear track ahead of him, got down into some shit
to France. If he can get past Franco Morbidelli,
so then it's a Yamaha 1, 2, 3 for turn 10.
Quartararo knows he's got to make a move pretty clean. No one better at this moment. Is he going to be able to now get in the slipstream of Franco Morbidelli? He's up by his teammate and he goes through into the lead here in Barcelona.
Pace to break away here now. Gap Rossi, gap Morbidelli.
Ferrari, you don't want to burn it up too soon.
Into turn 4, we had that big moment on the front end this morning.
Tyre smoking a bit from Fabio. They're all aware he's into 7th, so next in Pol Espargaro's now got his hands full. In the pin here, trying to break away from Franco Morbidelli and Valentino Rossi.
Indeed. Well, Rins, Petrucci, Pol Espargaro, Binder, and
he's in 15th place still.
Yeah, this has been a humbling day for Maverick Vinales. What a dent this is in history.
trying to bridge the gap to Miguel Oliveira. Aleix Espargaro's just dropped back a Crutchlow, and then Maverick Vinales. What sort of lap have we got here from Fabio? A 40-point in third.
It's just there's nothing between the top three men at all. All of them doing 140, 100 between them. Pol Espargaro, that was tight on Petrucci into the first. Just cannot get on par. Now this is a real dogfight going between Petrucci and Pol Espargaro. On that rear tyre coming through that fast turn 9. Vinales has got nothing for these two men ahead of it though. And it looks like Rossi in turn has just about broken Jack Miller's resistance.
Because they genuinely believe that they're in a bit of bother. If you just tuned in, Danilo Petrucci set it all off, not deliberate.
Rossi just about hanging in there with the two Petronas Yamaha.
A few tenths on that last lap. The fastest rider on that last lap was Alex Espargaro. He has crashed out of his home Grand Prix. He went at turn 1.
That's for sure.
What a shame for change. Couple of tenths between Quartararo and Morbidelli. In the background there you can see Miller in 4th and Mir in 5th.
Well, we're at half race distance, so there's still a long, long way to go. It looks like,
big mistake, and almost down. He saved it. What a save from Franco. Incredible. Oh, vicious that was.
That snapped on him big style.
We know Joan Mir can keep in those 140s with, don't think, for Mir to go through on Jack Miller.
Underway now. Jack Miller doing everything he possibly can to keep Joan Mir.
Not close enough on this occasion. That's Franco Morbidelli just up the road as well in 3rd.
A decisive phase of the race for him because he's taken a couple of the first big drop in rear tyre performance. Can Morbidelli to recover those 2 seconds now? That's the gap to him and Fabio Quartararo. For Maverick Vinales fans, I'm afraid
it's not going to be today.
His illustrious career that he's crashed in successive. Pretty forlorn figure there. Then Valentino Rossi has
change of direction and the front just gives way. Miller, and now he's got his eyes on Franco Morbidelli. It's around 2s at the moment.
Yeah, well, Jack Miller's just run out of grip, hasn't he, on that rear tyre. Alex Rins got in hot. No rear grip. Couldn't get it pulled down, not able to have any...
At the moment, they're lapping quicker than these guys out front. So it's now Quartararo.
Foolish to throw away 20 precious World Championship points, having already seen as well his men.
Maverick Vinales has finally made a spot up. He's up into 12th place ahead of Aleix Espargaro.
That's going to be a tough one to recover from. Back-to-back DNFs, isn't it?
Fastest man on the circuit, a hungry-looking Taka Nakagami.
Yeah, the cool teammate Brad Binder, but they're 3 seconds behind this battle.
There of Danilo Petrucci on for another top 10. Vinales has now gone up into 11th. He's just gone
now within striking distance of Franco.
Miller in 4th. Linda.
You know, it's that left-hand caps being thrown on the floor.
This is the view from Quartararo.
Speed to match this man, Fabio Quartararo. Franco Morbidelli.
Matt, this is a time...
I was going to say that's Miguel Oliveira, that's not Lecuona, that's Oliveira.
Well, that is
the last of the fallers there because it's absolutely critical now. The temperature on a knife edge.
Alex Rins is close from 14th on the grid. He's up into 6th. Slightly faster than Morbidelli, but there's just 5 laps to go now. Great at keeping the tyres, the Suzuki, as is Alex Rins in general with his
at the moment, just to try and keep Alex Rins at bay. Rins coming up the inside of Miller on the brakes into turn 10, and he's got the job done.
Pramac Ducati, 5-6. Across the line,
and Quartararo, of course, he can back out of it a little bit with such a commanding lead.
Now they're all struggling a bit out there to keep the lap times. Fabio Quartararo,
3 successive podium finishes. That's where Joan Mir is heading right now.
It's another couple of tenths. Here's a slow-mo replay of the race leader. He would love so much to get himself back to
Andrea Dovizioso down and out at the second corner. Maverick Vinales just...
Joan Mir's a 7/10 of a second quicker than Fabio Quartararo out front. He's closing on Franco Morbidelli. Second,
something you see very often in MotoGP.
Quartararo, can he get into the slipstream on the start-finish straight? Yes, there's defence coming from Franco Morbidelli, but he's helpless. Through goes Mir into second place.
Rins, the Suzukis have got the better speed at this stage of the race. The Suzukis, we know.
SRT man Fabio Quartararo. Will his teammate though be joining him on the podium?
Some more punishment here at Morbidelli. You can see Mir, he's just instantly gapped away from the Italian behind him.
Up the inside he goes then. Franco Morbidelli is now out of lap. It's 1.9 in the bag for Fabio Quartararo. Joan Mir and Alex Rins surely. Oh, the two Pramac boys are getting a bit close and personal there. Take it back much. Nakagami here might just fancy 5th place.
Franco Morbidelli, 4th place. A couple more laps and Morbidelli will be dropping like a stone a bit further back.
Disappointment for the veteran Italians. This man is back to, there's not too many laps left.
Yeah, he's desperate for the checkered flag because he was also in the 43s. Frank
once more and wins here in Catalunya. Hatakatis Miller managed to fend off Pecco Bagnaia for 5th.
We can talk to Petronas Yamaha SRT bots. Will,
I know for the public maybe it's a bit funny one guy's way, but you see at the end they all ride on eggs. Both did a great job. Congratulations, Wilco. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and he loves this Grand Prix, and a huge credit to Suzuki and where they've come.
Suzuki, Chris Fumulin way back in 2007 at Misano. That Baron runner.
Podiums on the trot for Joan Mir, and great to see Alex Rins on the podium for the first.
Yeah, it was good.